Everything that's great about gaming comes from Japan. This is a statement that was true a decade ago, but the Japanese industry fumbled when they were trying to embrace new technology. During the last generation, Japanese productions were no longer ruling the industry. But things are quickly changing. And even though Japanese consumers are buying less games nowadays, Japanese developers are thriving once again. Here are 10 amazing games that show that Japanese game developers are kicking ass once again. Even though we had to wait a very long time to finally play The Last Guardian, the result of 10 years of labor was well worth it. This puzzle adventure tells the story of a little boy and dragon dog Beast. In the game, the two will become best friends as they try to escape from those mysterious ruins. The connection between the two characters is what really carries the game. At first, the animal doesn't really listen to the boy's commands, but this changes the more they adventure together. The Last Guardian is not the best game that came from a Japanese studio, but it sure is a magical one.
Answer my questions.
You're not gonna believe me if I told you.
Try me. Hey, put that door back. Put that door back up. Wait!
Ever since the release of the blockbuster Resident Evil 4, Capcom has had difficulty with the Resident Evil series. In an effort to appeal to a Western audience, Resident Evil 5 and 6 leaned heavily into the action genre. But the rise of horror games in the West gave the Japanese company renewed inspiration to bring the series back to its roots. Resident Evil 7 is a true survival horror game.
I'm gonna squash you like a bug. Hope margarita.
The fact that both the very first game in the series and this latest iteration play inside a house is a nice touch for the fans. Its first-person perspective is a first for the series and has proven to be ideal for immersive moments, especially in VR. The first game in the series was already an unexpected gem. Gravity Rush 2 really builds on that. Its gravity-defying action is a joy to behold. The fact that this game was made with the PS4 in mind really shows. Ask a connoisseur and they'll say the story is a bit simple and starts kind of slow. But the game has a very attractive art style combined with well-balanced gameplay. Whether you consider the sequel to be better than the original is open for debate, but this series definitely deserves some recognition. Platinum Games has made some slip-ups recently, but the studio has proven itself once again with Nier Automata. This over-the-top action role-playing game has so much spirit it makes you happy to be a gamer. The sense of beauty can be heard in the soundtrack and be felt in the gameplay.
To me! We better finish this quick! They fight, steal, kill. This is humanity in its purest form.
Fighting in Nier Automata feels amazing and is completely crazy at times. The game switches gameplay styles all the time, changing its pace in a very nice way. If you pay attention to the story, you'll have to take the effort to complete the game multiple times. But that's not a problem when the action is this good.
We will beat him if we must, no matter what it takes.
In the world of Japanese role-playing games, we often talk about Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest and Persona. But we tend to forget about the Tales series. Tales of Berseria is the 16th game in the main series and was released earlier this year, both on Steam and consoles. This role-playing game is definitely very old school. This means fighting in battle arenas and lots of backtracking. The The story is about vengeance. You play the demonic Velvet Crow who's out to kill her brother-in-law for sacrificing her little brother during a holy ritual. That sure makes Velvet a great anti-hero.
Tell me where Artorias is!
Team Ninja is best known for its work on amazing action games, but most recently they gave us Nioh. The easiest way to describe this game is by saying that it's a samurai version of Dark Souls. The story is based on the historic Western samurai William Adams. For the sake of the game, he now also has supernatural powers, and he gets to fight demons as well. You need a lot of patience if you want to finish this game. Boss fights can take a long time, so you better come prepared. Once again, Japanese developers have shown they are very capable of creating wonderful and challenging games. Even though Final Fantasy XV did a lot of things differently, the game was widely praised. The open world and the freedom in combat made this role-playing game appealing for a broader audience. On top of that, it offers some very intense moments, while at other times, the gameplay is pretty relaxing.
No trouble handling the knife?
Of course not. I cut things up all the time.
Ingredients are rather different beasts.
Along the way, you really get a sense of brotherhood between the guys. Not only in the specific combat abilities each of them bring to the table, but also on an emotional level. The Yakuza series has been around for years now and has had success in the Japanese market. However, Yakuza 0 opened the eyes of many gamers in Europe and North America. This action brawler gives an insight into the life of Japanese Yakuza families. Honor and tradition play an important role in these games. However, it also doesn't take itself very seriously. The series is known for the insane amount of side activities in the form of karaoke, hostess clubs and arcades. On top of all that, Yakuza 0 looks stellar and the voice acting is very well done. You need to play this game if you ever want to be a Japanese gangster.
Do me a favor and behave yourself, alright?
The Persona series has been around for a pretty long time. In these role-playing games, you're a high school student who fights demons in an alternate dimension. Things in Persona 5 are no different, but what makes it special is the fact that it combines role-playing with elements from a dating simulator.
When you're out in reality, you better hone your relationships with those you have contracts with.
The relationships between the main character and his friends are very important in this game. It's the only way to enhance your powers and get better. Persona 5 has received worldwide praise and is currently one of the best scoring games of the year. You can even find it in the top 100 games of all time. But in a year that's already filled with amazing Japanese games, there's one that steals the show. The one game is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This launch game for the Nintendo Switch and goodbye game for the Wii U is among the best games ever created. It's the first time that Link will truly get to traverse an open-world version of Hyrule. The combat and puzzles are extremely well crafted. However, it's the small details that make this game stand out. Everything sort of works the same way as it does in real life. The gorgeous art style is just another cherry on the cake. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild proves that Japanese game designers are still kicking ass today. What's your favorite game from Japan? Let us know in the comments and feel free to share your thoughts on our big statement. Are Japanese game developers back on top or not? Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time in a new video.
夢の中